Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Warrant Officer Beth Slade, Commanding Officer, Station Coos Bay.
Thank you, Captain Knudsen, for the kind words and really the recognition, not only from you, but from your entire sector staff. They've been amazing. Lee, I know LT's not here, Commander Dorian, Commander Whalen, has been outstanding to work with, and thank you for all that and the great recognition. I do have to say I need my kids to smile because you guys are making me nervous. But all right, I'd also like to thank all of our distinguished guests, Captain Broadhurst, retired Captain Lance Benton, retired Master Chief Petty Officer of the Coast Guard, Mike Levitt, our fellow COs and OICs, thank you all for being here. I'm not gonna lie, even though this is my 4th change of command, I still have nerves, more so because this is such a special change of command for Scott and I. It's not that often that you have your significant other come and inspect your unit, the ins and outs, and how you're doing business. It's a little weird. But it was a fun week. This is probably the easiest relief week we've had because he knows this unit almost as well as I do from the last 4 years of all the conversations we've had. And when I've talked about the crew, now he gets to kind of put that face with the name that I've been talking about over the last 4 years. So it's really been easy and pretty special for us. And Scott also reminded me that since I'm the outgoing commander and I get to speak first, that I'm speaking for both of us. So I got you, babe. And to all of our port partners, not only here, but also down in Bandon, our other government agencies, our local fire, police, sheriffs, our local NOAA, Dan Davis, thank you for being here as always, good to see you. And we have such a great working relationship that I know that will flawlessly be carried on under Scott's command. But thank you for being here. So as I look out at the layer of relationships, friendships, mentors, and shipmates, it really makes me smile because, and it reminds me of why we do what we do and we're still here doing this is because the community that we have inside of the Coast Guard, it's small, but in the Pacific Northwest, the surf community is even smaller, and it's why we continue to do this and love what we're doing. So starting back, I just want to kind of capture a few people that have made marks on our career. Starting back at Cape Disappointment, retired Dan Johnson. This is my first CO at Cape Disappointment, and please don't share any stories from when I was a 21-year-old BM3, a little bit of a knucklehead, because I know you've got them. But working for him it really inspired the kind of leaders we wanted to be in the organization. There's things you can get really worked up about, and there's things that you don't need to get worked up about. And pick and choose what you're going to get worked up about, because you need to keep an even keel. And I appreciate what you did for Scott and I and kind of setting that tone for us right from the get-go. The D'Amelios, Chris and Courtney, it's been too long. We miss you guys. I remember you're probably, Courtney, one of the reasons that I was able to stay in because Sarah, going back to work with a new baby is challenging, but you made that easy for both Scott and I. Chris, best surfman I know. I feel very honored and proud, both Scott and I, to have come up under you, learned how to drive boats from you, and just your calm, cool, collected demeanor is not like anything I've ever seen. So it was certainly an honor to have been able to serve with you, and I can't wait for you guys to get back to Oregon soon. Somewhere in that Cape D crew, also that's where we first met Captain Benton at then group Astoria, and 7 years later when we moved to YB and Depot Bay as the sector commander, and now a usual suspect of most of these Coast Guard events. We appreciate you always being here and a great supporter of us and our family and our career. To the O'Maras, Ryan and Summer, the ultimate wedding crashers. We had just started a friendship with Ryan and Summer, and they were off on a road trip, and Scott and I were headed to get married in Coeur d'Alene, and they said, can we swing by? They ended up staying for a week and for the whole wedding, and from then on, best of friends. I can't say enough how excited I am to share the stage with you in a couple weeks and celebrate with you in your retirement and making that transition to Newport. Summer, you can invite me over for dinner anytime because you are the best cook I know. And I will take a quick minute. My culinary specialists, my 3 CSs that I have here, they're not out in formation, but they've been working behind the scenes for when we get done. They're providing a very nice spread. So, besides our Coast Guard community and our families, you know, we've created, they say it gets lonely when you get to the top. You know, it's not like, you know, when you're part of the crew and you're coming off of a duty period and you're wiped out and you're going out to have fun together. It is a little different, but it's the communities and the families and the friendships that we've created, not only through our kids, but through our last handful of tours that have made it extra special. You know, starting in Depot Bay with the Jesperson family, randomly saw you down at the dock in Yaquina Bay as we were filling up the 52, and Wolf, you guys were down ready to check out what we had going on, brought you on board, and from then, you know, we kind of got to know a little bit about that you were in Depot Bay. You realized that Scott was that silly guy going out on the 22-foot Hughes craft 50 miles offshore for tuna, which, by the way, I did have to call Station Depot Bay to respond to an overdue on Scott.
Just once.
Just once, because after that he had a spot. I wasn't gonna let that happen again. But you guys are so gracious. We're appreciative of the friendship and really providing me a nice transition going up to Newport with a place to stay, and we look forward to the continued friendships with you guys. And our Kentuck Way extended family. So happy you guys were here. Gary, Linda, Charlie, Ingrid, Regan. You guys, Jerry, Janelle, glad you made it back from California. Really an extension of our family up there. We're so lucky that we were able to find a little slice of heaven up there, and know that we're kind of sinking in roots now that we know Scott's coming here. These kids are moving. And to Brett and Georgie, who knew you were going to have the best neighbors ever? I mean, even though I'll be up in Newport a lot, I look forward to our Friday evening get-togethers. You know, about every Friday evening, unless we have something major going on, we get together and have fun and kind of decompress from the week. And we appreciate you guys for that, best friends, and I'm glad we're sticking around. It's my dad. Retired Air Force. You know, he's been moving around, following us throughout our career since Depot Bay. Wherever we've lived, he's decided to up and move and live with us too. And I appreciate that you instilled, you know, good values and a good work ethic early on. You're a great dog to our kids, and thank you for being here and representing for Mom. Thanks for getting this all on video. I expect nothing less. To my crew, I did have the opportunity to talk to the crew early this morning because that's usually where I get the most choked up, having spent the last 4 years. When it's not my family, you guys are definitely my family, and you know, I fight for you like I fight for my family, and I'm your biggest advocate, and I'll be the first person to put you in check if you're doing something wrong, but I love all of you, and I think you're amazing. And I know that Scott will take great care of you guys moving forward. Thank you for all that you guys do. You are truly a rock star crew. Todd, Amber, Alan, Aaron, my chiefs. You guys, you know, with all the challenges we endured over the last handful of years, whether it was the shutdown and COVID, you know, the crew and you guys all persevered. You rose to the occasion and you still made the mission happen. But because of your leadership and being such amazing chiefs, you allowed it for us to be even more successful. Struggle less. You made it smooth. I'm excited that I got to see most all of you advance, head off to command jobs. Todd, The star looks good. And good luck when you head to Station 4 making us officer in charge. You've definitely earned it. And to my family, lastly, and the toughest because they've been following us around doing this for many years. And although you are still mean mugging me a little bit, I look at Sarah and I know that you're almost ready to, start your own adventures. You are amazing. You're beautiful inside and out. Really, we love you so much, and we're excited to see what you decide to do. And we like your boyfriend too. He's pretty cool. And to the White family, thank you guys for being here. Another extension of family friends, and it's amazing. Emma Slade, my fiery girl. She says she wants to join the Coast Guard and run her own station. So I explained to her what that looks like as a career. She says, but I already know how to do that. I listen to you guys all the time. But I have no doubt that with your drive and dedication, because I know how you are one-track mind, that if you want to do this, you'll be up here one day doing it as well. And as the girls would say, Scotty too hottie with a swimmer's body. You're a gem. Your dad and I, you're the smartest kid I know, and your dad and I look forward to you building us our dream house out at Lake Coeur d'Alene, because that's what you said you were going to do. I'm going to hold you to it. And last to Scott, my rock, my best friend. We certainly could not do this without the partnership that we have at work and at home, and the ability to bounce things off of each other and really fill in when things are tough for me, maybe at work, when that time is to fill in, and vice versa. And thank you. Thank you, and I know that you will love Station Coos Bay as much as I have, and that you'll take great care of this crew. All right, and with that, I'm going to read my orders. From Coast Guard Personnel Command, Washington, D.C., to Chief Warrant Officer Beth E. Slade, subject, orders, new assignment. Detached from Station Coos Bay, proceed and report to Station Yaquina Bay for assignment as commanding officer.